Hey warriors, welcome back to another video. For those of you new here, I'm Rachel Marie White. I'm a yoga teacher and chronic illness warrior. And I'm all about creating accessible yoga practices for people living with chronic pain and chronic illness. So today's video is going to give you a few tips for making your home practice more comfortable and accessible for your body. We all come to the mat with unique circumstances. So some of us have chronic pain or other symptoms that might make certain yoga poses difficult to execute. And some of us might be recovering from injury, surgery, or acute illness. So today we're going to talk about what you can do if you can't do a certain yoga pose. But before we dive into this topic, let's talk about what not to do. This is going to apply to any pose, but let's just say that you're trying to touch your toes in seated forward fold. You might be tempted to just keep reaching with your upper body. And maybe you start to hold your breath as you're so intensely focusing on touching your toes that you forget about the rest of your body. So your shoulders have tensed up toward your ears and your lower back has become strained. And there's a huge risk for injury here. So attempting to force your body to make a shape that it's not ready to make can be uncomfortable at best and completely dangerous for you at worst. So don't do this to yourself. Your body deserves to be respected. So honor your journey and trust that you are exactly where you're meant to be in this moment. So here are 3 alternatives to keep in mind the next time you come across a pose that isn't quite working out for you. When you're finding it difficult to relax into a pose, or maybe your alignment isn't quite right, try modifying the pose with props. There are a lot of fancy props on the market nowadays, and I'm sure they're all really great, but I've always been able to just get by with simple yoga props like yoga blocks, a yoga strap, and a bolster. And that's really all I have. But I'll leave a link in the description box so you can check out my favorites. And in the meantime, you can substitute items around your house. So try big fluffy pillows or a couch cushion in place of a bolster. Thick books can substitute for yoga blocks, and a belt or a scarf makes a pretty decent yoga strap. Modifying your poses with props is something that I teach you how to do in my yoga classes here on YouTube, and I always do my best to show as many variations as possible. Adding props to a pose can help you to create safe alignment in your body, and it allows you to experience the full benefits of the pose. So you don't need to be able to do the traditional variation of the pose in order to get the benefits. If the pose still isn't feeling good after you've modified it, try an alternative pose instead. So for example, instead of doing lizard pose, you could try half happy baby pose. They both offer the same inner thigh and hip stretch, and if you think about it, this is the same shape, only flipped over. So this same idea can be applied to other poses as well. So let's think about seated forward bend again. So instead of doing the traditional variation, you could lie on your back and do a supine variation, and you still get the really nice hamstring stretch. So if you're ever in doubt about a pose, always reach out to your instructor and see if they have any recommendations for you. If you have tried the 2 previous ideas and the pose still isn't working out for you, or if maybe you're recovering from a surgery or an injury and your doctor has told you not to do yoga at all, visualizing the pose can be just as beneficial as actually doing the pose. For this exercise, you'll sit or lie down in a comfortable position, close your eyes, and visualize your body inside your mind. So it's as though you were observing yourself from outside your body. If this idea seems kind of weird, you can imagine that you're looking at yourself in a mirror. So visualize your face and the shape of your body and the clothes you're wearing. Visualize yourself as healthy and strong. And then see yourself execute the pose in perfect form. Imagine how the pose would feel in your body. Imagine where you might feel the sensation of stretch. Imagine how the pose would affect your energy. Visualize all of this as though it were happening in your body right now. Thank you so much for being here today. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up so that it can reach more people. And if you're interested in learning more about how you can create an accessible home yoga practice for yourself, I hope that you'll subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on any of my free gentle yoga classes. And don't forget to grab your free copy of my yoga ebook for beginners. I'll leave a link in the description box below for you. As a side note to all of my Spoonie Yoga Tribe members, I just want to remind you that you're always welcome to post your yoga photos in our private Facebook group so I can give you personalized feedback on your alignment and suggestions for modifications if you need them. So I hope to see you all again really soon. Namaste.